Hey guys, what's going on? Paul here and welcome back to another Cardano update. So yesterday we had a massive day with the result in the XRP case. We'll go through in this one the implications of that for Cardano and ADA. Also some Cardano focused updates with some good updates from WorldMobile. Some interesting news on stablecoins on Cardano, a few new testnets out this week and a few other bits that I put in the timestamps down below. If you do get value, please do share it out. Give the video a like and comment any questions or anything like that below, even one for the algorithm. I do appreciate it. And towards the end of this, actually, I will pull the winners for the T3 that the Cornucopias gave me to give away. Thanks for watching, guys. Let's jump into it. Okay, let's kick it off by jumping into the Ripple Labs notches a landmark win in SEC case over XRP cryptocurrency. So it wasn't a 100% win. The SEC did get some small wins, but overall this is a massive win for cryptocurrency as well as XRP. And the big part being Ripple Labs Inc. did not violate federal securities law by selling its XRP token on public exchanges. So this is sales on secondary markets were not considered to be securities or violations of security laws. And just says down here that this decision, it's based on the specific facts in this case, but it provides some big ammunition to other crypto firms that might be targeted by the SEC. And we've seen that over the last probably 6-12 months, they've listed about 60 different cryptos in their filings against Coinbase, Binance, Kraken, I think Bittrex as well. There was lots of them listed, ADA being one of them. I can't see the SEC going after any of them tokens anytime soon, but if they ever did, this here sets a really big precedence. Now, when you go down through it, when we look at the actual filing, this is the part that is really interesting. So having considered the economic reality of the programmatic sales, the court concludes that the undisputed record does not establish the third Howey prong. So when further up they were looking at institutional buyers, to say here, institutional buyers reasonably expected that Ripple would use the capital it received from its sales to improve the XRP ecosystem and thereby increase the price of XRP. So breaking it down, basically people buying on the secondary market, there is no way to know if it was actually Ripple was selling them tokens directly to the market, or people buying on the market didn't think they were buying directly from Ripple with the I suppose the idea that the funds they were giving to Ripple to buy that XRP were going to be there to improve the ecosystem to increase the price of the token. Whereas when institutional buyers were coming in the early ICO rounds and in the early sales, they were giving money directly to Ripple with the expectation that that would be used to build up the ecosystem to increase the price of the token. So I'm not sure where this is going to settle for initial sales and VCs coming in that do 100% expect the increase of the price. Look, a lot of the general market buying into tokens is going to get in for the price of the token to go up, but because they're not buying directly off the entities, then it's a different case to institutional investors. And if you want to go through that actually even more, Army of Spies got a video out today, nearly a 50-minute video walking through the whole summary, talking a lot about it, and he highlights that section too about the institutional investors where Ripple have kind of lost that part. But for us, the big part is that secondary sales have been classed as not a security in this case. Look, the SEC could appeal and maybe will to see where they can take it, because this is a big hit for them. You look at the likes of Coinbase, who are in court at the minute. They're saying, Coinbase came out and said they think they will win. Coinbase buoyed in case against SEC after landmark Ripple XRP decision. And again, I just highlighted this part here that the XRP token purchases via exchanges were not security transactions. So that is what the SEC have targeted Binance and Coinbase with, is that they traded securities. But based on what has happened with XRP, then there's a good chance that we could see a big win for Coinbase down the line too. And Adam summarizes it here saying, don't do institutional private rounds OTC, sell via exchanges, distribute via protocol natively, and you know what to do with Gary Gensler. But we won't get into that one here. So overall for Cardano, who had their sale outside the US, they had their sale initially in Asia, everyone was KYC'd, and they actually sold vouchers. They didn't actually directly sell ADA. They sold vouchers which later could be used to redeem ADA. So they really have a big wall put up now between Cardano being classed as a security, and they really have a lot of ammunition to fight if that ever did come to be the case. But as I say, I don't think the SEC will be lining up any other big fights fairly soon. So congratulations to the XRP army, the community that have held on, and to the team that took this fight to the SEC, to Ripple Labs that took it. And listening to a few different spaces today and heard Brad on one of them, it sounds like they could be doing some big things fairly soon. And if you look at the overall market, this has been great overall. Bitcoin didn't move a huge amount. This is more on the altcoin market where this is really good for them. Now you're looking at 24 hours here, doesn't show the massive gains that had happened. So if we looked at yesterday morning, I think Ripple was down at 40 something cent, up at 75 cent now. You can see Cardano ADA sitting at 34 cent, up from, I think we were down at 28 cent yesterday. So overall, doing really, really well. You look at Solana, which was listed in lots of the cases too. Then you can see, if you start to look down through it, the ones with the biggest gains are nearly all the ones that were listed in some of the different filings from the SEC lately. So really good to see, and hopefully many more days of that as we do approach the bull market. Not in a bull market just yet, but these types of things are a really good way to lead into one. Then we move on to some of the Cardano news. So I got lots of questions about USDA, and which is coming from Anzens. This is the Emergo fiat-backed stablecoin, and they've been very quiet over the last while. I tried to get a follow-up interview, but haven't been able to get that one yet. They put out a post here, but it doesn't really tell us much. It just says they know they've been a bit quiet on social media, and they've been talking to a few in the ecosystem about what's going on, and they reference about what's been going on in the US and regulations, and they say before the month is up, we'll be giving community an update through our newsletter and on Twitter, so you can subscribe there. But you can be sure once they bring something out or anything substantial comes out, I'll have a video out very shortly after that. Other news on stablecoins for Cardano, we do have Mehen. I must try and get an interview with the team fairly soon to find out exactly what they're doing and timelines for launching. But they have partnered with Cherrylend for their Oracle service, and they're doing something new to bring a lot more transparency. So they're bringing in proof of reserves. So when Mehen decides to mint new USDM tokens, this will be their fiat-backed stablecoin on Cardano. Cherrylend's decentralized node network accesses the bank's account information through the API. It verifies the reserve balance and publishes the details on the blockchain. This means this will be part of the smart contract, and it means that every time they go to mint new USDM tokens on the blockchain, then the smart contract has to check the bank account via the Cherrylend Oracle to make sure that the reserves are sitting in the bank account. So everything that is minted on chain, there has to be the fiat reserves sitting in the bank. I have more questions around that on the burning, and does it check to make sure that the amounts align, and when tokens are burned on chain or if funds are removed from the bank that the funds need to get burned. But I might be sitting down with Damon in the next week or two to catch up on Cherrylend, and with the Mehen team, I will try and catch up with them too. You can see over on Testnet here, this was the first test mint with a smart contract on the pre-production testnet. You can see they minted 400 USDM, and I seen they were saying that they had $500 in the bank. They done 400 first, and then when they went to do another 200 just to test that it all worked, the transaction didn't go through because there was only 100 left in the bank reserves that wasn't already minted on chain. Great progress, great transparency, and I look forward to seeing what they do next. Next up, we have WorldMobile. So myself and Paddy talked about this one a bit yesterday and how good this is to see WorldMobile really starting to push forward on the US rollout. So this is exciting news that they have secured licensed spectrum in the US. So this means they really will be pushing out a lot harder on their US expansion. And if we come all the way down here, it says securing licensed spectrum will allow WorldMobile to become a full member of the GSMA and be officially recognized as the 52nd mobile network operator in the US, pending approval by the FCC. So this means that they will be able to compete with the other network providers in the US. Now, they're not going to be going into big built up areas to start out. They do list, where is it here? They're going to be going in first to California, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah to start out there, because they're areas that have a lot of people not connected or not getting the speeds that they should be getting. So congratulations to the WorldMobile team. Mickey will be joining myself and Paddy next week for a live stream to talk all about what's going on. So make sure you get your questions ready, or if you can't be there, drop them in the comments down below and I will put them to him when we're there next week. They also announced this one today. Announcement: delighted to announce the WorldMobile has become a member of HAPS Alliance, joining leading companies in the HAPS space, including Ericsson, Nokia, Airbus, and SoftBank. So I'll leave links to all of these types of things down below for people who want to read a little bit more about it. So HAPS are aircraft that fly at altitudes of 60 to 70,000 feet, providing broadband connectivity over a wide area. This makes them ideal for connecting remote and underserved areas such as rural communities. And if we scroll down here, you can just see that what does the HAPS Alliance do? It's working to accelerate the development and deployment of HAPS. They are sharing information and collaborating on research and advocating for regulatory changes. So WorldMobile, we're finally starting to see lots of different news items out of them. Hopefully the mainnet is approaching fairly soon. There has been some updates on the private testnet lately, which is great to see. And as soon as there's more concrete info there, you can be sure I'll bring that here. An update from Rick, who was at the Edinburgh meetup for SIP 1694, and he said that Cardano Voltaire Testnet will likely be up by October 2023. So this is when we should be able to see Voltaire live on the Cardano Testnet. Get in, check it all out, and see how all of that works. I must try and reach out to Rick and organize a video sometime soon when he's back home to give us all the updates on what happened there and get his first-hand experience of being a part of the event in Edinburgh, which was the conclusion of the SIP 1694 workshops. Then on to testnets that came out this week. We had the LenFi Testnet come out. So I did talk to Mantis from the LenFi, formerly AADA finance team last week, and they brought out their testnet this week. Seems to be getting some good feedback so far. I had meant to get my review video out maybe over the weekend, got a bit caught up in the last few days with all of the really good stuff going on in crypto right now. So I will get that video out fairly soon, but you can check it out on testnet.lenfi.io if you want to jump ahead into that. And in the next 2 or 3 days, I'll get that video out and the link will be in the description for this one. Another testnet that came out this week was Cherrylend. Didn't go down so well though when you look at what has happened with the price. And there's been lots of controversy with the team here, being involved in multiple different projects. And what they've done for V1 is they forked the AADA Finance code, the open source code that LenFi put out. Cherrylend just forked that, put a new UI onto it. And when you look at how the reaction went to the testnet, so testnet came out somewhere around here, and the market, the bottom just fell out of the market. And you can see it had gone over 1 ADA per token and down to 0.4 now. And in terms of normally on a Friday, I go through what's going on with the different tokens and TVL, but on Monday, I'll get back to doing the video that's dedicated to just Cardano tokens, and we'll take a look at everything that's been happening. But I just wanted to highlight this one in terms of the testnet and the reaction to it. Now, this isn't just because of the testnet. There is some posts going around here, and I did talk about it with Paddy as well in our Wednesday live stream, which was just our general updates. You can see here that there is a wallet that is linked. I don't know if the team has given official confirmation that it is their team wallet, but that is very likely someone that's a part of the team has been dumping Cherry for a while now. And when you look at it here, they have sold 500,000 ADA worth of Cherry tokens. And when you come on down here, they do give a link to it on this one. Below, I will leave a link to this below for anyone who wants to check it out. But when you come in and you start to look at the wallet and you start to look at the trade history, all of the Cherry tokens that come into this wallet, they didn't buy any of the tokens on the market. And Exuberus has actually started to do some fairly good analysis looking at the different wallets to see where it came from. And there's only 2 separations from the initial minting wallet. So it went to one wallet and then came into this one. And there's also the same happened for CNETA tokens, which is one of the projects that one of the team members is linked to CNETA and Cherry and a few other projects at the minute. And you can see they've also sold 145,000 ADA worth of CNET tokens. So doesn't look great there. Still looking into it, waiting for the full confirmation. Or this is like myself and Patty talked about, that it's so important to be aware of what tokens are locked or what isn't, and have trust in the team when you're getting involved. And this definitely has damaged the reputation of the Cherry token. So that's it on the main updates. I will do the giveaway now in a second. I also have some upcoming videos. I interviewed the Book.io team during the week. That one should come out in the next few days. Also next week, I will be sitting down with the Iagon team and maybe Cherrylend 3. And there's one or two other projects that I'm looking to schedule in the next week or two. So expect lots of different content coming out. Make sure you're subscribed. Put on the bell notification to always get the latest updates. So now with the Cornucopias giveaway, the T3 vehicle, Rob and Josh, when I done the interview with them earlier in the week to find out the latest, they gave me 2 of the NFTs to give away. So what I was going to do was, over on Twitter, it was for retweeting this and commenting the vehicle they want to see in Cornucopias down below. So if I come in here just for transparency to do this live on the video, we load in the tweet. And I forgot to actually say in it that they must be following me, so I won't include that as a parameter, but hopefully everyone there is already following over on Twitter. Let's continue. It pulls in all the valid entries, 77 in this that are retweeted. Click on continue. Then we have the draw. Let's begin the draw. And the winner is So Dallas. So what I will do is I will comment over on Twitter. I'll tag this person and send them a message. Congratulations on winning the T3 from Cornucopias. And I'll get the team to send that on when you send me in the address. So then we also have the one for the video. So for people who commented on the actual interview with the vehicle they wanted to see in the game, upcoming racing game, then there is another one to give away there. So we'll filter duplicate users just so it doesn't include multiple comments from the same person. Get you to put in the captcha and then get YouTube comments. So there's 65 unique comments on it, and best of luck. Let's start the raffle. And the winner is Frankie Noor. T3, mine has to be the T3 itself. Can't wait to see what colors are released. Hoping for bronze, and great interview. Frankie, thanks very much for commenting. Please do reach out to me. Send me an email on paul@Cardano with Paul, or reach out on Twitter. Whatever is the best way for you, and I'll organize getting that NFT sent over to you. Thanks for watching, guys. Do appreciate it. Hope you had a great week within crypto in general, and I look forward to seeing what the next few weeks bring. Talk to you soon.